Kevin Harvick's led 29 of 30 laps so far, lapping past Cole Custer, making his debut in the Cup Series for Rick Ware Racing. Ricky Stenhouse battling Paul Menard and Clint Boyer. That's 10th place at stake here. And they're about 16 seconds behind the leader. "59 laps complete in Las Vegas. You ride with Daniel Suarez, currently 17th and on the lead lap. That's Jimmy Johnson just ahead. Johnson 1 lap down after making his green flag pit stop off sequence. Before pit stops, Harvick had a 2.6 second lead over Martin Truex. That is now 3.7 seconds, Vince.
Well, there's good reason for that, Mike. They've asked Martin Truex Jr. to save fuel. Why would he be doing that, you ask, after they just pitted? They didn't get enough fuel in when he came in for the pit stop. They're worried about having enough to get him to the end of this stage. 20 to go. Right now, he says it's just too tight off of turn 4. That makes it hard to deal with in traffic. That and the fuel issue has caused them to drop back a bit of Kevin Harvick.
Well, with 2 laps to go in the segment, would you?
No, he doesn't. I don't think he really wants to, because we're coming to the end of the stage here. That keeps that car on the lead laps. I think that's what he might be thinking, Jeff. I don't know.
That's my point.
Ryan Blaney, pole sitter, in 4th. All the Penske cars in the top 6. Four, 5, 6, Blaney, Logano, Keselowski. And indeed, Harvick has lapped up to 16th place. So Eric Almirola remains last car on the lead lap, along with his other Stewart-Haas teammate Clint Boyer, just ahead 1 spot. Chase Elliott having a fine drive in 8th. And the flag waves over Kevin Harvick, the winner of stage 1 in Las Vegas.
We talk about being aggressive on restarts. He's got a couple right beside him, as we already see Joey Logano, and we heard from him how aggressive he is on these restarts, already taking 3 wide to the outside of Larson.
Mike, I think we'll see some different race cars now that we've had a chance to work on them a little bit, tighten them up, make some adjustments, a little air pressure change. Could see a different race now.
Kevin Harvick, your leader by nearly 3.5, but Kyle Larson has broken up the Ford stranglehold on the front 4 spots. He passed Brad Keselowski last time by to move into 4th place. And next time by, we'll get the end of stage 2. Going to be close for 4th place behind Harvick, Blaney, and Larson. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch fighting for stage points, which are awarded at the line as they complete lap 160. I believe Logano got it by 5/100ths of a second.
I think now we're going to see just how good is Kevin Harvick, and those improvements that we saw in the 18 car of Kyle Busch. Can he keep Harvick behind him?
Harvick did not get a good restart. This is the deepest he's been in the field all day. if we got, oh, back straightaway car in the fence.
McMurray.
Yes.
I tell you what,
It's like right front.
Mike, that one car has been up against that wall the whole race. I don't know what happened there, but he's been riding that wall. I know that.
Go by, then you're good. Okay, you're fine. Hey,
Lap 176.
He was running 11th, I think, Mike, running pretty good.
And Jamie McMurray brings out the first caution for contact in this race. And Martin Truex got a half car length jump, but Logano's right even with him, headed for one.
Yeah, this is where those 2 tires are going to pay off. And then the 4 tires of the 4 Kevin Harvick coming fast. Kyle Larson further back, making him 3 wide, working that outside lane.
About 6 wide right now, going down the back there. Holy smoly.
Boy, that staying out for Truex is not.
Oh,
no,
trouble!
no.
Kurt Busch around, hard into the wall after contact with Chase Elliott.
Wow.
And once again, cautions.
Breed cautions.
Yeah.
Chase, poor Chase, he had nowhere to go. At
No.
41 in the wall right in front of him, and of course he plowed right into him.
It'll be 73 laps to go. Logano is the leader. He fires off and gets a good jump on Harvick. Down below the line comes Kyle Larson and Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, that's legal, Mike. I mean, down below the, once you start past the start-finish line, you can go on the apron here. So that was a legal move. Almost turned out to be an illegal result, though.
Yeah, big heads-up move by Kyle Larson to know that that move was coming.
Off track, Gray Galding, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Jamie McMurray, Michael McDowell. The attrition here much higher than Atlanta, when I think all but 1 or 2 cars were running at the finish.
Yeah, when you lead that many laps, there's no guarantees when you lead this many laps that you're going to win the race.
Well, your record will stand because the most Harvick could lead today is 2:15, Matt.
And the Atlanta win, Jeff, actually was his only win the last 8 times, leading the most laps. Right now, Harvick's trying to chase his 5th back-to-back victory. The last time it was actually Las Vegas and Phoenix back in 2015. And you can always tell when Kevin Harvick's car is near perfect, you could combine all the words and sentences that he has said today, and you might get 2 sentences. Very quiet, no changes on the last stop.
Kyle Busch has climbed to second, and he is coming. He's 3 seconds back of Harvick. Last lap, Kyle was half a second faster than the leader, who got into a little bit of traffic. Now Harvick edges away just a bit.
Yeah, I just don't know how much that Harvick says saving. I think he's got a little in the bank. I don't think he's running at 100%, maybe 95. It'd be interesting to see if this 18 gets a little closer, if he picks it up or not.
Well, we know Kyle Busch, he's 110% right now as Alex Bowman comes to pit road.
Kyle Busch is chomping on them M&Ms right now.
So the number to watch is right there, and that is the difference between Harvick and Busch, and see if that number is growing or dropping.
Teammates here going at it. Blaney and Keselowski. Blaney makes the pass.
Denny Hamlin had a big slide. He is also now 2 laps down behind Boyer and Suarez and Buescher. Car sounds a little off song as it comes by.
Been kind of a frustrating day for him. The speeding penalty, and he got behind, and then they've been trying to do something different to get back on the lead lap, and now in trouble out of the pit, sounds like.
18th place for Hamlin. Eight to go, and Brad's tires are 8 to 10 laps older than the rest of the race leaders.
And that is huge, Mike. It just fall off so much, and then you got 10 extra laps on your tires. It's just hard to overcome.
Now that said, Team Penske is now a 3-car team and looking for their first race in which all 3 cars finished in the top 10. Today could be that day.
Oh, yeah, I think Suarez had got a problem here with
Be ready here.
the car sounded flat when it went by.
His and the 11. Interesting.
The car, not the tires.
No.
Now remember, they wanted to seal these engines and use these engines again later in the season. That's not going to happen if you got an engine problem, Jamie.
They ran it too long, out of fuel for the 19, so he coasted into his box.
Tried to get there, came up 4 laps short.
He was flat out of gas.
Oh, Truex was way down below the white line at start finish, trying to beat Ryan Blaney for 4th place.
I just don't know what more you can say about this dominant performance back-to-back. 2 in a row. Kevin Harvick's never won 3 in a row, so next week's going to be very interesting to watch.
Class remains in session. Kevin Harvick, Rodney Childers, Stewart-Haas Racing, and Ford go to victory lane 2nd week in a row, winning the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube.
Great job. Thank you.
Nine cars
Good job, man.
finish on the lead lap.
Good Lord, you're incredible. You drive a slow car fast, man. Thank you, guys.
Well, and Tony Stewart just gave him a big congratulations. Kevin, you've had seasons where you haven't led as many laps as you've led these last 2 weeks. What's it feel like to have a car so dominant 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, just really proud of everybody on our Jimmy John's Busch Ford for just doing a great job with the race cars. And, you know, these last 2 weeks we've just hit on what we needed to. And really, this stems back to last year when the mile-and-a-half program got so much better at the end of the year. And you know, they've done their homework on a number of things. So just really proud of everybody. We got to thank everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing, Jimmy John's, Busch, Ford, Mobil 1, Outback, Hunt Brothers, Morton Buildings, Textron Off-Road, Liftmaster, everybody who makes this car go around the racetrack.
Over the 3 series in NASCAR, Trucks, Xfinity, Cup, you've now won 100 times. What's that mean to you?
That's pretty awesome. You know, they kind of brought that to light. I kind of had an idea of where we were, but it all happened so fast over the last couple of weeks. It really lets you reminisce about a lot of things that you've done in the sport, and then, you know, winning last week and being able to put some closure on 2001 in Atlanta, and then now winning 100 races is something that I never thought I would do, but they're hard to win. I can tell you that, and I've been fortunate to sit in a lot of good race cars.
Pretty cool. Well done.
And one more thing. I want to say hi to my wife and son and daughter at home.
Well, in victory lane with a happy team owner, Tony Stewart, and you were photographer, you've done team owner, you're getting the video of Kevin coming out of the car. What's it feel like as a team owner to see your team progress to the level it has progressed, especially over these last couple of weeks?
Well, it's just nice to see Kevin and Rodney and this 4-car team back on form where they're used to being. So it's an awesome start to the year. It was an emotional win for Kevin last week, obviously, and you know, that took a lot of the pressure off, getting locked into the chase. So to be able to do it back-to-back here 2 weeks in a row, it's really proud of these guys, you know, Jimmy John's and Busch and everybody that supports this car. And all of our cars at SHR, just everybody at the shop's doing a great job of it. Our chassis department, our aero department, the fab shop. The fab shop, these guys are working extremely long hours, so I'm very grateful to our fab shop and body shop. They're doing an awesome job. Just really proud of everybody.
Well done. Congratulations. Kevin Harvick now with the most wins of any driver at Stewart-Haas Racing.